On the lower deck of the cargo hold, we're standing here, we're feeling so bold because we know it's gonna get really, really cold when we find out what happened with Miss Meals. Story twofold. So, well, cut that out, Tim. Hello, this is Timothy Bishop. We're playing Edgeworth Investigations here. Miss Meal, we suspected, well, we found out a bunch of crap in the last episode, and some of it contradicted something she said, and now we're kind of concerned that the thing here might have been the actual murderer, so... Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier about when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zhengfa? Huh? Alright, Strom Thurmond. You said Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zhengfa. Oh. Miss Cammy, do you realize what I'm saying here? Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did. No one could make a mistake so large, Miss Meal. Well, actually, you made two of them already, but okay. Never mind. The thing is, I'm wondering if maybe she didn't realize what time it was, because there was a misunderstanding about that earlier. So maybe, like, she happened to look at Mr. LeBlanc's watch and just put two and two together or something. This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this. Very well, Miss Meal, if you please, tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found. Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth? Jeez. Alright, the thing's alibi. Here we go. Oh, yeah. From 3 to 4, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Must be nice. And from 5 to 6, I was in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Okay, what about from 4 to 5? How's a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up! Oh, this poor girl. She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Ew. Okay, do what you gotta do, Mr. Edgeworth. Whatever, man. I can't believe this. Okay. Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna press this out of curiosity. Miss Meal, wake up. I'm awake. Miles Edgeworth, I demand you do something about... Why don't you whip her? Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use? Oh, man. 3 to 4. Actually, now that I think about it, that last shot there with the two of them looking in the same direction, I think that's the first time we've seen that. Edgeworth and Franziska looking out in the same direction. Some people say true love is not in gazing at each other, but looking outward in the same direction. So that's why I... Okay, if I remember correctly, food was being served between 3 and 4, yeah. Yeah, but that kind of stuff's not run... Or that's run by Miss Rhoda. Yeah. What were you doing in the attendance room at that time? Eating, and then having a most delicious dream. Yeah. No way. Sleeping's part of our job too, you know. Ugh. Here's the other... curiosity. How many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up! I'm awake. Oh. What?! Why the... Jeez! I thought for sure it was gonna land on her, and then it lands on this gigantic dude over here. Oh, what did I miss? A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead. Really? Sorry about that. You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony. Okay. Sorry, Gumshoe. I shouldn't have pressed that. From 5 to 6, you were in the... Okay. So you were alone the entire time, were you? Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi. I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Because didn't Miss Tenero go and buy the suitcase and take it in there? There's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony. Huh? What are you talking about? It's not possible you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6. Where are we at here? Oh, maybe the receipt. Wait, where is it? Where's the receipt? She had the... Bought at the in-flight shop and left in the attendance room, timestamp 5:40. Take it. I wonder if you'd be so kind as to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal. I was wondering what we were ever going to use that for. Yeah. Such a shame that they had to make this poor girl buy a $1,200 suitcase on every flight, just so we would have something to present here. Yes. Huh? Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have her locked up by now. I requested that she be present as a witness, so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Oh. Now then, Miss Tenero, between the hours of 5 and 6, you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in-flight shop, correct? Yes, I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off. Did you see Miss Meal there at that time? No. So Miss Meal, where were you really? She was probably in the cockpit getting some cock. And getting blown at the same time. You know, like my nose. Ms. Camille. Huh? The bathroom? Really? Okay. I'll be the one who asks the questions here. Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know. You take me for a fool. That's a little too convenient to be true. But it's the truth. Cross my heart. Cross my fart. I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue her at this stage. Yeah, nothing can counter in the bathroom. You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out? Check my butt. You can check the white marks. And do a copper testing. That copper testing thing they do to find out the age of something. And you can see that the butt crust here is exactly 3.5 hours old. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you'd think that maybe you would also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. Yeah, we ain't got them turning on each other now. Please leave Miss T out of the conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now. I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda. Actually, I do, but that's irrelevant. Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. Can't very well let her escape, can I? Never mind. Do you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kind of like... I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design. Oh. Really? You guys got the same color hair. Excuse me. Wow, what a soft burp. How many people in the world have ever said the word soft? How about if you Google the words soft burp in quotation marks? You'd get less than 1,000 results. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But to think that maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda, too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard and the shop. Let's start there. Do-do-do-do-do. What are you in charge of, Miss Meal? Take care of the attendance room. You sure do. That doesn't count. Oh, but I spent so much time in there. Might as well be my responsibility. Mr. Edgeworth's Cammy is very talented in languages. So she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Borginian. She's the only one on this flight who is fluent. Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Well, it's better than nothing. Why'd you say so in the first place? Oh, because... What else could I have meant? What else could I have said? Anyway. Yeah, so I'm really good at Borginian. Really, like, totally. I don't know where the Valley Girl voice is coming back like this. Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents in Borginian. Oh... You do? Yeah, that is interesting. Huh. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious. All I'm in charge of are the attendance room and some Borginian stuff. Okay. So what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some Borginian stuff? I do stuff like translate things to and from. Cammy is the only member of the crew who understands Borginian. This meal, I take it then, that it is your job to process all the Borginian paperwork. Yeah, see, I totally pull all my weight around here. All 85 pounds of it. Perhaps I should ask her for a few more details about her work. This meal is very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else. Man. Yeah. Sounds about right. Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the group. Okay. So that was the end of it. Well, it looks to me like probably, we need to show her the thing here. The Borginian document. Because she'd be the only one who knows what it means. So you are the only one that speaks it. Is that correct? Oh. Yeah, I guess so. Studied abroad in Borginia for a while. It was boring. If that is the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. This falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose. To lead anyone who read it to believe the Mr. LeBlanc statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have either prepared or processed this document in Borginian is you, Miss Meal. Somebody pay you off? Oh, somebody's about to come up next to me. Oh no, I'm about to point! Don't sleep while I'm pointing my finger at you! Oh man. Oh shit! Okay, we have a transformation. What the f... This is the craziest thing ever! It is exactly as you say. Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling? No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document, but you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There is no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper. This is so cool. I don't know why Blowing Bubbles is so cool. It just is. It's just something for a character to do that's funny and unreal and weird and unpredictable and silly and just completely asinine. And I love every bit of it. It's awesome. I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that. Well, aren't you careless? Suppose, and this is just a supposition, even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that. Uh-oh. If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have a strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was onto your ass. Just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is the smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane. It keeps coming back to that. Oh, shoot. So perhaps there's some element of a setup in play in this case. What are you talking about? Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you. I meant the killer. First it was myself, now it's Miss Tenero who's under the microscope. Seems to me that you're next. You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up, or that she isn't. Actually, I believe that she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe that the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime onto her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions. Because he stole her card. Do we have her card? We don't have that. Okay, hang on. Let's go back to the beginning here. boom. Oh, wait a minute. Is it the suitcases again? Because he did try to use the suitcase, like, to put the body in the suitcase. That definitely would have made it look like she did it, right? I think it's worth a shot. The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, yet they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body up from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? There's so much animation in this. Like, that's like 3, 4, 5 different things she's done now, just with the bubbles. As if the killer had wanted to frame Miss De Niro. Yep. Miss De Niro buys a suitcase on every flight she works. But should her suitcase be switched with the one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Well, it's lucky for him she was doing that then. Because I don't think the killer could have known she would do that. If he just happened to see her walk by. Even if he happened to see her walk by, how would he know she was buying a suitcase for herself? I don't know. Just as, I mean, maybe that'll come up or maybe it won't, I don't know. Because it's kind of a small oversight, to be honest. There wasn't enough time to put the body back in the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whatever was at hand, adapted their plan. Yo, Darwin, I Ching, we gotta roll with it. Tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree? Well, so they could get away. What special circumstance dictated the need for the killer to frame someone? Well, boom. I want to say who the murder victim was, but it's like, well, oh, shoot. When the murder took place, no, I don't think that matters. Well, that's not why they needed to frame someone. Who the victim was, where. Well, my first thought, to be honest, was, well, it's because we're on a plane. But whether or not we were on a plane, you're still gonna... I mean, the number one way to get out of something like that, to get out of being suspected, would be to frame someone, regardless of where it happened, who it was. I mean, in this case, it was an Interpol agent, so that's kind of important. So it's all the more reason why you would want to. I might go through. Killer was at a loss of what to do with Agent Hicks' body, but as it just so happened, there were a bunch of empty suitcases nearby. Being a skinny man, the killer thought to put his body in the suitcase and hand it off. You mean that the whole plan to frame someone was an elaborate coincidence? No, that's not what I said. You've wrongly deduced my meaning, Miss Mule. Oh. Oh, shoot. Dang. Okay, alright. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm sorry. Then it must be where. Special circumstances, simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. Well, there you go. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss De Niro or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss De Niro or myself. But you, Miss Chamomile. Only you and you alone could be the killer. And... You done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial crap. I can see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? Something that I still can't quite fit into the big picture. Cell phone. I don't have any actual evidence. I thought not. But that's because it went missing. And still is. Uh-oh. Missing? What do you mean by that? In the complex puzzle that is this case, there was one piece I kept getting stuck on. That is the victim's cell phone. That's right, she was. At least that's what you told me. That's right. What, you think I'm lying? But Agent Hicks' cell phone could not be found at the crime scene. Ooh. Come on, get serious. Well, just have Franziska dial it. A little experiment. Alright. To the top of the stairs, we're about to throw you off. Franziska, I'd like to ask for your ass. Oh, man. That's one of those... Oh, dude, you can, like, cut off the dialogue so that it says something else, you know? You know the victim's phone number, do you not? Of course I do. Doesn't even sound like a phone. It sounds like a piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. Not that phone, I'm just quoting a tape. You should hear that phone they had in there. Oh my god, that thing was so stupid. Anyway, Agent Hicks' phone. It's ringing from somewhere, sir. It's probably in one of the suitcases. Oh, I gotta find it. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Wait, what's it doing up there? We better hurry. Run up those stairs, Edgeworth. You're such a badass. And it's louder in here. It's good. This just happened to Danganronpa, too. Something getting louder as we got closer to it. Sorry about that spoiler in the other video. Some people called me out on that. Yeah, I really should have been more careful about that. I'll try to be more careful in the future. Well, I just won't do it again, hopefully. Leave no stone unturned, Detective Gumshoe. We must find it. Let's try. Yeah, you got a point there. Examine. Doesn't seem to be over here. Let's look somewhere else, sir. Look in the trash can. It doesn't seem to be over here. Okay, alright. Something my phone got mixed with the items in this lost and found pile. Well, it's not like the victim would have just dropped it somewhere, right, sir? Yeah, what about, like... Oh, here we go. It's not here, sir. Why do I have such a bad feeling about where we're going to find the phone? Hang on. Oh, is it like the other locker here? For some reason, I picture that as being like the door to the pilot's room. That's weird. Because then the door on the opposite side where we came in. Anyway. Just whose locker is this, sir? I knew it. I frickin' knew it. I had a feeling that whoever did it was gonna put it there. Except how do they get in? Well, of course, if they stole her card, they could get in there, right? So, Mr. Edgeworth, how'd it go? Where'd you find the phone? I found it in the flight attendant's room in Miss Tenero's locker. What? But... Rhoda Tenero. I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Miss Von Karma, is it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Tenero right away. Wait! I have a theory! This is related to the... I was going to try to say something there. Okay, When the killer went to steal the keycard, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Tenero's locker at the same time. Oh yeah. This is related to the keycard, alright. In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer did just that. Crap. The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. That is the one bird we cannot ignore, Chin. What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjecture at this point. Alright then, why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? It must have something very incriminating on or in it. Maybe it has a picture on it? What now, Miles Edgeworth? It's not over yet. We've yet to figure out why the killer took the phone. What? Inside this phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. We need to examine this phone in more detail. Okay. Alright, zoom in a tiny bit here so we can guess it. Man, I want to get back to Pokemon Moon. Played that for like 3 hours last night. Here we go. Camera! It's a camera lens. Come to think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of a smuggling? Need you to confirm something. I'm too old to know how to use these newfangled devices. How do you open the pictures on here? But Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir. This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine. I take selfies every day, you know. Oh, listen to that. There goes my phone. Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for his smuggling case? If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in there for our killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir. Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone. Gnurk! I'll find a way, don't you worry. Just take out the SD card, man. We're good. May go back to sleep now. The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data. Oh, another one? Another screen? Man, how many sprites? They had way too much fun with this girl. What do you mean by that, Francisca? Looks like our killer isn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we need to do is transfer the data to my phone. Chin. Why does this bother you so much, Miss Meal? If you're innocent, your phone, if you please. Give me your digits. I thought you'd never ask. It's transferring. Alright, displaying it now. What are we gonna see? There you go, taken from the top of the stairs. That box is not there. Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case. Hey. The Alfred's nowhere to this picture. Oh, if there was a timestamp on it, maybe. Is this it? Is this the end? Oh, it can't be. There's really nothing in this photo we can use? Well, there's boxes over where the other thing was, too. The other thing wasn't there. Well, we know that wasn't added until later. Boy, they really have to tie that stuff down, don't they? Okay, so, there's the suitcases over there. What was the question again? Examine. So we have this here, and this here. Well, this is in the general vicinity of like what we've been talking about, so... What's all this? What are you doing here? Oh, they're a cargo ship from Port Idiot to St. Fa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in St. Fa. Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of those boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere. Huh. One cluster box is written in Borginian. It says, Meh. It is cloth in English. Cloth? Could it be? Is this for the killer? What? What is for that scary face? Miss Meal. Yes. It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence, after all. A striking piece that will point out who his killer is. Whoa! Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth. The Borginian cargo and this piece of evidence. Oh god. Okay, it's cloth, right? Oh, you mean... like... cloth. That's where he got the... oh, that's where he got the cloth from, okay. Oh, easy schmeezy. The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I finally found my answer in this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zengfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And that's where the killer grabbed a piece to clean up the blood with. Furthermore, the killer knew Borginian. Yeah, exactly, there you go. And the only one who fits that description is you. We have so got you. That's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something. No. When you're frantic, you don't care if the box is in English or Borginian. Bleh. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of it. Sorry, but I cannot agree with your ass. What? There was no need for the killer to tear through boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then... logically, the killer would have opened this box first. Bed sheets? I guess he could have covered it with bed sheets. I mean, that would have worked too. Hey, it says bed sheets in English right on the box, sir. Precisely. And bed sheets would be perfect for clean up blood, wouldn't you say? So what are you trying to say? That if I were the criminal, this box of bed sheets would have been what I would have opened first. Do you have an explanation for that, Chin? The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold, so they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth. Well, that's a horse of a different color. Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded. Yep. That's right. That is why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision. Damn, dude. This is bad. Oh, yeah. Put up your little Pokemon to take the blow. You'd make a great trainer. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we'd have to do is contact the Zengfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer with those boxes. So what do you say, Ms. Meal? Why not confess to your crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation? Ooh. What do you say? Nothing. Are you... What in the... what? Huh? He was Interpol. I couldn't stop it. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. I was nervous. Guess it just wasn't my night. So I threw him over the stairwell. And I watched him take his own flight. I killed an Interpol agent. Ooh. finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir. Very good, Detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that? They're taking her down to the precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Besides Bubbles. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir. She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing is for sure, the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. Looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Mr. Nero, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you didn't do it. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much. It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation. But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation. I don't want that, not even for free. I see. You don't have to take it if you don't want it. No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer. Oh, thank you. Oh, he's gonna take it. He's gonna put it in his office. And it's just out of guilt, and it's gonna suck. And remember, we here at iFly Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth. Thank you. Keep that in mind. May all your skies be blue, no matter where you go. Nice. See you later, girl. Girl. Today's Lucagen's birthday, by the way. It was on the 21st. You're not going to see this video till Saturday. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm saying here. I guess just go... If you never wished her a happy birthday, maybe go do that. But anyway, I can't believe we wound up investigating the whole day, sir. But boy, was it fun. Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Franziska? Oh, she's filling out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure? Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to chase down some leads regarding her case. So we're not going to see any more of her? No. Can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier? You got it, sir. Go get her, Edgeworth! Ah! Why am I awing? Cancel the car. Oh, well, I guess she hasn't left after all. Thought I told you when you first landed. I have no time for idle chatter. I have no intention of wasting your time, however, it's been a while since we last met. I also have no time for such familiar reminiscences. Yeah. Just who do you think I am? You are Franziska von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect. Until only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. A dancing something, living her life in the name and fame her invincible father built. True, your father, Manfred von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 4 years. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible. What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome than most. The smuggling route we found with this time is only one sliver of the big picture. Sounds like a dangerous assignment. Let me go with you. You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself. Yes, I suppose you can. Plus, there's another agent on this case with me. Oh boy. Another agent. He's a star among Interpol agents, and he has the highest successful arrest rate. Who knows, you may even run into him one day. I'm simply caught up in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths. I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same. I'm not following you. You'll understand soon enough. The fight has only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full chin. See you later. Oh, that's so Franziska. Just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her whip. Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help. Oh, look at this. Oh, this shot right here. This is my desktop. Just look at this. These two, they're a team. They've been together so long. Oh, it's nothing, sir. I'm just happy to be able to work with you again. Ho ho. I think I'm going to celebrate by adding a little extra salt to my instant noodles tonight. Whoa. Hold, hang on. Are you hearing this? That is totally his theme. Franziska? Oh, well, I guess. Detective, I was wondering if you might give me a ride down to the prosecutor's office. Sure thing, sir. Don't make me remind you, Detective. Safety first. Thus I solved the first case upon my arrival home. Franziska, the smuggling route she was after. The leaders of that ring had already put their trump card into play, and the players on the other side of this war, they would begin to make themselves known through the next incident. Uh-oh. Edgeworth speaking. Do you know what time it is? If this isn't an insanely beautiful woman, I'm hanging up. Ah, finally. I called who knows how many times earlier, but I couldn't get through. And you are? Ah, have you forgotten my voice, Miles, my boy? What? What? Oh, okay, it's a new character. Alright. I was like, who in the world would this be? Like, if it was somebody I knew. No, okay. So you do remember me. I know it's rather sudden, but I can't ask this of anyone else. There's been an incident, Miles. My son, he's been kidnapped. Oh, man. Okay. Probably a ransom situation. I don't know. The kidnapped turnabout. Wow. Well, guys. We're starting to get in here a little bit, man. I'll tell you what. Anyway, well, that's it for Case 2 of Ace Attorney Investigations. I'm not sure how many episodes. I assume it's 5, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm going to watch the opening scene of episode 3. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. Because I did this in the previous game, and I liked doing this. Unless there is no opening cutscene. In which case, it's time. Don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'll be following your every movement with my binoculars. Good to hear. I'll make sure you don't lose sight of me. I'm counting on you for backup. You can count on me, sir. I gotta stop there. Gumshoe is watching Edgeworth through binoculars. There is definitely some kind of stakeout or setup or something happening there. Whatever it is, it sounds interesting. Can't wait to learn more. See you guys later.